The presidential candidates of major political parties have chosen their running mates in preparation for the 2023 elections. 5 days after Salah, but some people are still recounting their experience on how they celebrated the occasion. Zamfara State had for the past decades been in the media negatively, particularly on criminal activities. And on the international scene, former U.S. Ambassador to United Nations John Bolton admits on planning attempted foreign coups. Hello, welcome to Standard Voice News Channel. I'm Foze Ibrahim. The presidential candidates of major political parties have chosen their running mates in preparation for the 2023 elections, while Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party had picked Ifeanyi Okowa. The Labour Party, OB, picked Dr. Datti Baba as his running mate. Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress considered Senator Kasim Shettima, former Borno State Governor, as his running mate. The Muslim ticket of the APC is the most controversial as it causes row among Nigerians, especially the Christian faithfuls, who cried out of gross imbalance meted to them by the ruling All Progressive Congress. To find out the view of the Christian faithful in Zamfara State, our reporter Samari Dosa went around some churches to get the poll of the Christian leadership and their followers.
I'm standing in front of Our Lady of Fatima Catholic Church to listen to the opinion of Christian on the Muslim ticket.
I'm Reverend Father Felix Udolisa, OP.
Thank you. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, being a Muslim, picked Senator Kasim Shettima, former Borno State Governor, as his running mate, who's also a Muslim. What's your view on that?
So I think that's actually where the problem is. So Nigeria is a multi-religious country, and it is indeed a melting pot of cultures with peoples, beautiful people. It's a secular state. It would be very, very nice to bring people from the different parts of the country with their beautiful ideas and ethnic groups and all of that, to bring them into politics. I think that will help. It will bring out the ideal image of the country as a beautiful garden.
I'm standing in front of First Baptist Church to hear the opinion of Christians on the Muslim ticket.
I'm Reverend Dr. Samuel Oluwale Odekunde, the minister in charge of First Baptist Church, Buso, Zamfara State. Honestly, my opinion is that it's not good. And it's not only my opinion, but the opinion of the majority of the Christians in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria. Because when we follow the history pertaining to the issue of political aspect, right from the beginning, when the head of state or the president maybe is Muslim, the assistants or VP, vice president, should be Christian, because we have the three major religions in Nigeria. We have the Muslim, the Christian, and the idol worshippers. So for him, I mean the Senator Tinubu, to choose a Muslim, I think is not right. And if care is not taken, that may affect his ambition. The present president now, that's Buhari, to choose a Christian as his running mate, I don't see the reason why Tinubu should not choose a Christian too. So my opinion is that it's not right, it's not good, and I pray before it is too late, if he can be able to change his mind.
Meanwhile, a public affairs commentator who is also a lecturer of political science with the Federal University Gusau, Dr. Amino Idris Gusau, is here with us in our studio to discuss the issue. Dr. Aminu, you're welcome to the Standard Voice Television News.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so what is your take on the recent controversy over picking of Qasim Shatima as the running mate of the APC presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
For me, there is nothing wrong there. It's just that in Nigeria we have this culture of creating something out of nothing. For me, I think the constitutional requirement, should be the focus, whether he's qualified to run as a vice president or not. And I think it is high time we look at the core issues and drop this politics of sentiment, especially religion, politics, and regionalism. I think it will take us nowhere. And I think if you look at the Kashif Shetima's profile, of course it's in the public domain. He's qualified by all means to run as a vice president. Looking at his background in the private and public sector, he was in the banking sector and left as at managerial cadre. He was in the academia as a lecturer. He was a governor, and now a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I think, looking at his profile, Nigerians can judge, not minding his religion or ethnicity or where he comes from. I think the most important thing for me is competency. Then secondly, you look at the issue of integrity, and you look at the issue of trust. Look at the individual on the basis of these three requirements and see if he has possessed this cardinal requirement. I think there is nothing wrong with that person being a leader. And I think it is high time we also look at the implication of this politics of religion and manipulation of religion in Nigerian politics. It doesn't take us anywhere. In 1993, religion wasn't an issue in Nigerian politics. There was a Muslim ticket, presumably won by Abiola and later Abiola and Babagana Kingibe. It wasn't an issue then. But why is it an issue in the Fourth Republic? After 20 years of democratic experiment, we should look at the key issues of governance and see who possesses them the most, the qualities. And I think that should be the yardstick, not religion, not ethnicity.
But don't you think the Christians have the right to be represented in the country?
Everyone has the right to be represented. Everyone. The Muslims, the Christians, the Hausas, the Fulanis. And if we begin to use religion as a yardstick, others will come up with ethnicity as also a yardstick for having access to presidential powers or political power. So I think for me the most important thing is the cardinal point of competency, integrity, and trust, not religion or ethnicity.
Okay, so many people consider this kind of imbalance as a major root of conflict and crisis in Nigeria. Do you also share the same view?
Conflict in which way? Political conflict in Nigeria, and violence that are related to religion, ethnicity, and regionalism are not necessarily because of religion. The issue of the political elite manipulating religion and ethnicity to achieve the political goals. That is all. They divide us. What matters most is who has the capacity to deliver, who has the capacity to secure the nation, who has the capacity to unite this nation, who has the capacity to transform this nation in terms of infrastructure. Who can give us the good roads, the good hospital, the quality education? I think this should be our primary concern, not Christian or Muslim.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Aminu. So that's all I have for you. Thank you very much for joining us. Controversy continues to rage over the choice of a Muslim APC running mate to Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is also a Muslim, while Christians cried out over their exclusion in the scheme of the Nigerian leadership. The Muslims welcomed the choice, as choosing a Christian from the majority north would not augur well for the APC in the election. Our correspondent Rafia Menasara has more. The controversy broke out after the announcement of the former Borno State Governor Senator Kashim Shettima as the APC presidential running mate by Bola Ahmed Tinubu after a crucial meeting with the President Muhammadu Buhari in Dara, Katsina State. The announcement, which made a series of reactions, generated a row between Muslims and Christian faithfuls across Nigeria and within the international communities. Some of those who reacted to the choice of a Muslim to be a running mate of Bola Tinubu, the APC presidential candidate who is also a Muslim, include the Nigerian APC governors forum giving their backing to the choice of Senator Kashim Shettima as the APC running mate. The APC is very much concerned about the broad majority of the Muslim votes, particularly in the northern part of the country. Other are the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, who outrightly rejected the Muslim ticket of the APC candidate. For them, the presidential candidate do not give them consideration in the leadership of the country. Aminu, Salah reporting for SVTV News. It is now 5 days after Salah. Some people are still recounting their experience and how they celebrated the Eid al-Kabir. Some residents celebrated the occasion with relative ease, while others found difficulty as they would neither slaughter any ram nor provide new dress for the Salah. However, our correspondent went around Gusau, the Zamfara state capital, to find out the impact of Salah on people.
My name is Abdullah Hassan from Sabo Kara Gusau. People don't have money in their hand because of highly prices of foodstuffs and what have you. You know that our state here, the first state, majority of the businesses that we are doing here, it depends on if government has given out the salary. So the moment the government does not pay her workers, so all the businesses that you are seeing, people will just be complaining, no money, and what have you. So but as the government paid the salary, the market just opened. Between Salah and this time, the price has come down.
Daga kasuwan Sallah zuwa yanzu babu dai abubuwan da suka irin karu wurin farashi, sai abu ɗaya ne nake tunani kamar ita shinkafa, farashin ta yanzu yana ɗan hawa ne, shinkafan gwamnati. Kamar lokacin Sallah abinda buhun shinkafa telan yake ana sai da shi a 30,000 amma a yanzu shinkafan ya kai 32,000, wasu ma har da 2,500 tana yan kaiwa.
Zamfara State had for the past decades been in the media negatively, particularly on criminal activities. The trend had virtually made everything very hard and difficult for both the citizens and visitors. Socio-cultural, political and economic sectors of the state have also suffered series of setbacks. This informed the decision of the state government, in conjunction with the security agencies in the state, to take drastic measures to deal with the situation. To assess the validity or otherwise of these measures, we invite in our studio the Zamfara State Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Police, SP Muhammad Shehu. Gentlemen, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you, you are welcome.
How can you assess crime rates in Zamfara State during the Salah festivities, especially in consideration of the recent steps taken by the state government in conjunction with other security agencies?
Sincerely speaking, before the Salah celebrations, going by the security challenges, lingering security challenges in Zamfara State, we have mapped out strategies in collaboration with other security agencies and even the state government to ensure that Salah celebration is hitch-free before, during and after.
Salah.
Yes, Salah celebration. And we thank God to Almighty that the strategies that we have adopted work immensely. And that is why virtually in all nooks and crannies of Zamfara State, communities were able to celebrate without any security breach. Even though in one or two local governments we do have some security issues, but the security issues were not to the level of saying that the Salah celebration was not hitch-free. And the security agencies were able to take proactive measures, deal with the situation, and return back normalcy in where we had some. challenges. All I can say is that the assessment of security situation in Zamfara State during the Salah celebration was very peaceful, and that was achieved by the collaboration, by the support we got from all the stakeholders, and that is to say other security agencies, community leaders, traditional rulers, the state government, and all and sundry.
Okay, so now do we say that there are no more crimes than before as a result of the measures taken?
Yes, of course. The measures taken worked tremendously. The measures taken assisted in making sure that crimes and criminalities have been reduced to the barest minimum. And we will continue to work towards that, ensuring crimes and criminalities are reduced to the barest minimum.
Okay, what percentage can you award to crimes rate as against the previous times?
When you consider the previous happening, and then you compare it with what is happening now, you will say, yes, the security measures put in place, the proactiveness of the security agencies have worked in no small measures in ensuring that we bring down the level of insecurity in Zamfara State. We are around 24/7 to receive credible information that will assist in fighting crimes. So people should not entertain any fear, should come forward with any information they have, credible information and timely. While on our part, we promise to ensure that we don't expose their identity.
Okay, that's all I have for you, SP Muhammad Shehu. Thank you very much for joining us. And on the international scene. John Bolton, a former U.S. ambassador to the United States and former White House National Security Advisor, said he had helped plan attempted coup in foreign countries. Mr. Bolton made the remarks to newsmen after the day's congressional hearing into the January 6, 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. The panel's lawmaker on Tuesday accused former President Donald Trump in inciting the violence in the last-ditch bid to remain in power after losing the 2020 election. Mr. Bolton, however, suggested Trump was not competent enough to pull off a carefully planned coup d'etat. In 2019, Bolton, as National Security Advisor, publicly supported Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido's call for the military to back their effort to oust socialist President Nicolas Maduro, urging the Maduro's re-election as illegitimate. Ultimately, Maduro's remained in power. Many foreign policy experts have over the years criticized Washington's history of intervention in other countries, from its role in the 1953 overthrowing of then Iranian nationalist Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh and the Vietnam War to its invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan this century. But it is highly unusual for U.S. officials to openly acknowledge his role in stoking an unrest in foreign countries. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. The presidential candidates of major political parties have chosen their running mates in preparation for the 2023 elections. 5 days after Salah, but some people are still recounting their experience on how they celebrated the occasion. Zamfara State had for the past decades been in the media negatively, particularly on criminal activities. And on the international scene, former U.S. ambassador to United Nations John Bolton admits on planning attempted foreign coups. That's the news. Thanks for watching. I'm Fazia Ibrahim. Do have a nice day.